I'm back. This is section 4.1. So we're new chapter. There's a few things to go over, so I think I'm going to split this into two videos. So this video is about polynomials. And so before we talk about polynomials, I guess you should know what polynomials are. What is a polynomial? So a polynomial is a math sentence. It has terms. They're separated by plus signs and minus signs. Also, there's this little thing about polynomials. If you have a variable that's on the bottom of a fraction or under a radical symbol, then it is not considered a polynomial. So the best way for me to show you this is to show you some examples. So you can probably recognize this image. It's from the book. These are different examples of things that would be considered polynomials. They're just math sentences, right? And notice they all are expressions that are just showing different things. But it's important for you to see that the polynomials look like this, and if you have any expressions like the ones that I just put on the right hand side of this, where you have a variable, in this case x, on the bottom of a fraction or underneath a radical symbol, that those expressions are not considered polynomials. So that's it. I mean, questions you would see about this is maybe, is this a polynomial? If you have anything that meets the requirement, it looks like this. It is a polynomial, and if you have something that has x on the bottom of a fraction, or if you have x under the radical symbol, then it would just not be a polynomial, and you could just say it's not a polynomial. Another thing that's really important to go over are that some polynomials have specific names based on how many terms they have. For instance, we have what we would call a monomial. So a monomial is a polynomial, but it only has one term. And so it could be just a number, or it could be a number with a variable, but it's just one term. Here's some examples. -3, that's one term, or 2x to the fourth, that is one term, or 1/2 s squared, that's one term. So these are all considered monomials. And just to make sure that we're clear, monomials are polynomials, but they're specific kinds of polynomials. They just have one term. Another type of polynomial is the binomial. So binomial, just like the prefix that we see here, bi, like if you have a bicycle, it has two wheels, means that there's two terms, exactly two terms. If you have something that has exactly two terms, then that would be considered a binomial. So here are some examples here. If you had something like 4x cubed plus 2x, that's just two terms, so that's a binomial. Here's another one, here's another one. Those three things are binomials. And so then there's one more that I want to talk about, and that's the trinomial. So a trinomial has exactly three terms. So the prefix of trinomial is tri. And so I'm going to go back to that bicycle example. If you're driving a tricycle, tricycles have three wheels. So here's some examples of trinomials. As long as it has three terms after it's being simplified, then that would be considered a trinomial. Okay, so that is the end. This is just a short video, and then I'm going to go over some more stuff in the next one, some important vocabulary. So we'll see you in just a little bit.